Are there really bad people, or just good people that make bad choices? The difference between a good person and a bad person is just the choice of the cause. It's not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are.
Let's do this.
I followed my heart. I chose to be bad. My name is Parker. I've been a detective on the force for 9 years. I was anything but the force's finest. I'm a dirty cop. My partner in the force and in crime was Nolan. As cops, we were good criminals. Our days were spent collecting bribes and shaking down businesses. Nolan was the muscle, a job he enjoyed. He loved smacking around a pimp, dealer, and thug. Everyone in the street learned to give Nolan a cut of the profits. I was more cerebral in making money. I didn't like to get physical like Nolan. I preferred threatening businesses about their out-of-date work permits or liquor licenses. It was amazing how willing they were to pay you off just to get you to leave. Nolan and I were very good at our side jobs. Now you'd think we'd be pretty well off with our little enterprises, but that was far from it. In fact, we were both broke. Nolan was a degenerate gambler. Unfortunately, he wasn't very good at it or lucky.
Now all New York has to do is inbound the basketball and they should win the game. Here it is. Oh, and it's intercepted by James. James will go in for the layup at the bullseye. Unbelievable! Cleveland wins! Cleveland wins! James with the steal, and Cleveland stuns New York 98-97. Can you believe it? Cleveland with the upset win over New York.
My addiction was even worse than Nolan's. I was addicted to women. I was a hopeless romantic. I loved being in love. 3 times I took the plunge. There was Amy, Gina, and Wendy. My problem was that I loved women too much. I liked to sleep around a lot, which led to a few disagreements. Needless to say, all 3 of my marriages ended rather messy. So between Nolan's bookies and my lawyer bills, alimony payments, and child support, we were both struggling financially. But as it happens, our luck changed. We were working the subway. There had been complaints of hookers bothering the commuters. Nolan and I were posing as Johns. That's when she came in and turned my world upside down. I saw her and I was in love. Sexy was too small a word to describe her. She was a goddess among us mere mortals, put on this world just to remind us how hideous we are compared to her.
Hey, Papi, do you want to party? Give me $100 and we can have a real good time. Come on, Papi. You want to party with Carmen? Don't you?
Truth is, I was going to pay Carmen $500, but Nolan came and broke me from my trance.
Police, hands up, sweet cheeks.
I was drooling at the thought of frisking her. Her name was Carmen Ruiz Lopez de Alejandra, an illegal immigrant from Mexico. Maybe the most beautiful woman ever to be doing the world's oldest profession. She read us like a book. She knew we could be bought. On the way back to the station, she tells us about a huge cocaine shipment that she knows about. She says someone could get very rich if they knew where it was. Nolan was all ears. He had just lost 5 dimes when his lock had failed to cover a college football game. I suggested we stop at a local watering hole. We wanted to hear more of Carmen's story. It was on the way, and I was a big favorite with the owner.
Okay, Mamacita, tell us more about this coke operation. And if you're yanking our chain, you'll regret ever making a run to the border.
Bad men came to my village and took it over. They wanted to be close to the U.S. to move their drugs. Soon, they will move their cocaine. They will have many crates filled with it.
You could just be telling us a story. Why should we believe you?
I tell you the truth. I hate these bad men. They killed my family. I want them to pay for it. I don't care about the money. I just want revenge.
She seemed believable to me. However, I didn't like dealing with drugs. Too much violence. But I knew it could pay off with a lot of cash.
So what do you think, Parker? We rip off these wetbacks coke, we can make crazy money. Are you in?
Nolan, I think I better look in my closet for my sombrero and poncho. I think Mexico's calling our name. So just like that, Nolan and I agreed to do it. I unselfishly volunteered to watch Carmen until we left. I agree. Love is blind. I didn't care about consequences or repercussions. I was in love with the most gorgeous woman in the world. I was living in the moment, and the only thing I was certain about was that I wasn't going to get much sleep that night. 2 days later, we were in Mexico. The Mexicans had some muscle, but it wasn't insurmountable. Nolan and I guessed the street value for the coke could be as much as $40 million. Crazy money, as Nolan called it. Nolan was the biggest badass I knew. He was born for this type of thing. The Mexicans never knew what hit him. I took care of business at the truck. The Mexicans never had a chance. And for 10 minutes of work, Nolan and I had the biggest payday of our lives. This was perfect. I couldn't be happier. I saw my future ahead of me. Carmen and I were going to get married. Move out of the city to the suburbs. Start our own family. And complete the fairy tale by living happily ever after. Unfortunately, I learned a painful lesson. Fortune doesn't change people, it unmasks them.
Lo siento, papi. I'm sorry I lied to you about 2 things. The banditos didn't kill my family, and I want the money. You understand, papi? You and me are the same. We're both bad.
Life is a sum of all your choices. The only correct choices are those that demand no explanation or apology.